Hello everybody, I hope you are great. Welcome to my channel Take Speaking English by Linda. In this lesson, I want to speak about conditional sentence. Conditional sentence or if clause. In this topic, we have four types. Types 1, zero conditional. 2, first conditional. 3, second conditional, and 4, third conditional. Now I want to tell you when we can use one by one of these conditional and what are these structures. At first, I will explain zero conditional. For conditional sentences, all of them, we have two types or two parts. Part 1 or if clause, we have if in this clause, and part 2 or main clause, result clause. Okay, so we have two parts in all conditional sentences. Part 1 if clause, part 2 main clause. What is the structure? In part 1 for zero conditional, when we use zero conditional in general fact, for rules, law, we use zero conditional. For example, if you touch a fire, you get burned. You get burned. If you touch a fire, you get burned. This is a fact. Fire is too hot. If you touch it, you get burned. So, look at here. If plus subject plus simple present verb, and after that, continue the sentence. For main clause, subject plus again simple verb, present verb, and continue the sentence. So, if plus subject plus simple present tense for both clause, if clause, main clause, both of them have simple present tense. Look at the other example. If people eat too much, if plus subject plus simple present. If people eat too much, they subject get simple present tense. They get fat. If people eat too much, they get fat. So, for both clause, we use simple present tense. And both of them are fact, general fact. If you touch a fire, you get burned. If people eat too much, they get fat. This for zero conditional. Number 2, first conditional. When we can use this one for real situation. Okay, what is the structure? If plus subject plus simple present for if clause. Again, we have two parts. If clause, main clause. For main clause, subject plus will, can, may, one of them. Subject plus will or can or may plus base form of the verb. For example, if she invite me. If subject she, simple present tense invite. If she invite me, I will go. Subject will, base form of the verb. I can say that if she invites me, I will go, or I can go, or I may go. All of them are correct. The second example, if I am hungry, if plus subject plus verb, simple present to be verb am. If I am hungry, I will, subject will, base of the verb, basic form of the verb. I will eat something. If I am hungry, I will eat something. Okay? So, first conditional for real situation. We have two parts of the sentence, two clause. One of them if clause, the other one main clause. For if clause, if plus subject plus simple present tense. For main clause, subject plus will or can or may plus base form of the verb. Number 3, second conditional. When we use this conditional for unreal but now or future, okay? Unreal for present or future. For example, first structure. What is the structure? For if clause, if plus subject plus simple past. Here, simple past. For main clause, subject plus would or could or might plus base form of the verb. Now example. If I had a car, I would travel. If I had a car, if plus subject, simple past, have, present, had, past. If I had a car, I would travel, subject, would, simple form of the verb, base form of the verb, okay? I would travel, I could travel, I might travel. All of them are correct. So, if I had a car, I would travel. Or for example, if I were you, I would travel. Okay? The other example, if I studied, if plus subject plus past tense, simple past. I would pass the exam. Would, subject plus would plus base form of the verb. I would pass the exam. I could pass the exam. I might pass the exam. So, if I studied, I would pass the exam. Now, I studied? No. I spoke about past. Now, I didn't study, I didn't pass the exam. So, I speak now for present, okay? And I think about past. If I studied, I would pass the exam, okay? Or for example, if I were you, I would study. If I were you, I would study. Why I say were? For conditional sentence, we don't say was. For she, he, it, and I. Why? Because was is informal. We use were. If she were you, she was you, no. If he were you, if I were you. Because were is formal, but was is not formal, informal. Number 4, third conditional. When we use third conditional for unreal but in the past, Second conditional, unreal, present or future, but third conditional, unreal, but in the past. What is the structure? If plus subject plus past perfect. What is the structure for past perfect? Had plus PP. PP mean verb 3. Had PP or had plus verb 3. If plus subject plus past perfect. For if clause, for main clause, subject plus would or could or might plus present perfect. Have plus PP, verb 3, present perfect. Now look at the example. If you had studied, you, subject, had studied, past perfect. If you had studied hard, you, subject, would have passed. Have passed is present perfect. If you had studied hard, you would have passed the exam. Or if you had studied hard, you could have passed the exam. You might have passed the exam. Okay, so for if clause, if plus subject past perfect. For main clause, we need present perfect. Again, I want to review for you. We have 4 conditional sentence. First one, zero conditional. Zero conditional we use for general fact. What is the structure? Simple present for if clause, if plus subject plus simple present tense. Main clause, subject plus simple present tense. Both of them simple present. If you touch a fire, you get burned. If people eat too much, they get fat. First conditional, we speak about real situation, real things. For example, if she invites me, I will go. This is a real situation. So for if clause, we use if plus subject plus simple present. For main clause, we use future, will or can or may. I will go, I can go, I may go. Or the second example, if I am hungry, I will eat something. If subject, simple present, subject will, simple present, I will eat, I can eat, I may eat. Okay? Second conditional, for this conditional we use for if clause, if plus subject plus simple past. For main clause, subject plus would or could or might plus base form of the verb. When we can use this conditional for unreal, but present or future. For example, if I had a car, I would travel. Now I think about it. This is situation for present. If I had a car, I would travel. If I studied, I would pass the exam. Third conditional, it's about unreal but in the past. What is the structure? If plus subject plus past perfect. For if clause, subject plus would or could or might plus present perfect for main clause. For example, if you had studied hard, you would have passed the exam. If you had studied hard, you would have pass the exam. I hope you understand completely about conditional sentences and you don't have any problem about this subject. If you want to learn, join and enjoy. Goodbye.